Our resident reader is out live this morning at Politics and Prose to chat with New York Times best-selling author Brad Meltzer. Kristen, have you had a chance yet to grab the book and start reading it yet?
Absolutely, Ellen. You know I'm a big fan of Brad Meltzer, who I am here with. Read so many of his books, and the latest one is called The Lightning Rod. Congratulations.
Thank you. Good to be home.
It is good to have you back and to be surrounded by all these incredible books, including your own, but The Lightning Rod, I know this one is extra special to you, right?
It is. It celebrates my 25th anniversary as a published author, which means if you were there from the very first one, you are old. But I'm here in Politics and Prose where I literally did one of my first book signings ever. I think it was the second one I ever did. And obviously marking 25 years of thrillers is a really fun one for us.
So you were writing this during the pandemic, right?
I wrote it during the pandemic, and of course that's why it starts with one of my great fears, which is it opens up with a man who hands over his car keys to a valet at a fancy restaurant. And the valet takes his car, but instead of parking the car, he hits the little GPS button on the steering wheel and says the magic words, "Go home."
Oh, that's scary.
And now he's driving to the man's house. He's got his car keys. His house keys are on there because he's going to rob him. This is a robbery. But as the valet breaks into the man's house, he sees that there's already another man there with a gun waiting. This is not a robbery at all. This is a trap. And when the body goes to our hero Zig, who's a mortician, he finds something hidden on the body that no one else knows about. Leads to one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. I just ruined chapter 1 of The Lightning Rod for you, but that's chapter 1 in.
But knowing you, there's so much more coming for sure. And these are characters. You mentioned Zig. Nola's the other character in here. These are beloved characters of yours. So why did you want to revisit with them?
You know, I think they just have a depth that I've never written before, and people ask for them back. You don't need to read any of the other books. You can start with The Lightning Rod. And I have the characters, of course, but I also bring my secrets. I love the research.
You love your secrets.
And so I've done the secret tunnels below the White House we've talked about. I've done the hidden labyrinth below the Capitol. This one, and this is true, obviously the book's fiction, but this is true, the government has about a dozen secret warehouses that are hidden all across the country to deal with bioterrorism. So whether it's anthrax, whether it's smallpox, and wherever you live, whether there's an attack in DC, California, Idaho, Texas, they will make sure that these warehouses bring antidotes within hours in these what they call push packages. And I said, you're telling me that the government has secret warehouses that none of us know about right around here, and nobody can go inside? I want to go inside and know what's in there. So when you're reading the final chapters of The Lightning Rod, they take place in these warehouses. What you see inside, I didn't make up. What's inside is really there.
So many of your books have these secret places, as you mentioned. How do you find out these secrets?
You know, it's obviously relationships.
Yeah.
I've had the Secret Service help me with, for over 20 years now.
Incredible.
And I went to one of my friends who's in a high acronym security agency here in town. I said, how do we speak secretly so no one can hear what we're saying? And he said, listen, here's what you're going to do. Get a Hotmail account. Because if you hit send on an email, anyone can crack it. So he said, get a Hotmail account, write me an email, but don't hit send. Hit save draft instead. Then give me the login to your account. I'll hit save draft. And now we're talking without ever sending anything in the cyberspace. It's a great idea. Until General Petraeus used that secret that's in The Lightning Rod, that's in our book, to cheat on his wife with his mistress. I called my buddy. I said, I need something better. Give me something new. So what he gave me in the book that you see in there is an even better trick. And it's real, and I love the fact that we get to put that in there.
You celebrated a big birthday while writing this too, right?
I did, 50 years old.
This is incredible. I mean, so much to celebrate. And real quick, people can come out and meet you tonight and tomorrow, right?
Yeah, so tonight we're going to be at Tyson's Corner at the Barnes & Noble in Tyson's at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And tomorrow we're going to do a virtual event here locally at Politics and Prose. But anyone who comes out tonight, I will personalize, we'll take pictures, we'll do the kids' books, the adult books. If you want to do I Am Muhammad Ali or Malala or new kids' books or Lightning Rod, whatever you want to do, we're going to have some fun tonight.
Well, Brad, congratulations. I know this is a labor of love and something that you're so excited about. The Lightning Rod is out now. So come out and see Brad tonight or check out the virtual book signing tomorrow from Politics and Prose. Ellen, such a good book. You know I love this man and I love reading his stuff. So I'm excited that we get a new adventure.
It sounds so good. Chapter 1 is incredible. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it.
So many secrets.
Yes, yes, yes.